Hi, this is Charles Heinecke. I have two tips for you today in using Word, or in this case, LibreOffice Writer, which is a free office suite like Microsoft Office, but it doesn't cost anything. It's free, and I've been using it for years. Now, the tip is column select. There's no way you can do that from the menu. Most programs in Windows have everything you can do on a menu somewhere. So if you want to learn a program, just go looking at the menus and see what all you can do. But occasionally there is a feature that can only be accessed if you know the keyboard shortcut. And that's the case with column select. Normally if you want to select, you go down a line, it gets a whole line. There's no way that I can go across and then come down like that. That would be column select. The Word doesn't give you a way to do that unless you know the shortcut. Alt, hold down the Alt key and keep holding it down while you drag wherever you want to go. And notice it does it a column at a time. I made this in Courier New so that you could see the columns. I used this decades ago when we didn't have proportional fonts. Everything was done in Courier. And typewriters didn't have proportional fonts either back then. Every letter was the same width, and so it would essentially all be in columns like this. Well, I had a situation where I needed to select out columns that weren't in columns. It was a database situation where it had name and address and so forth. And it was all just, I had put it into a CSV file so I could do something with it. I wanted to break it into fields and put it in a spreadsheet. But it was comma delimited, so the fields were separated by commas, but that didn't help me getting into a spreadsheet at that time. So I had learned about using column select in Word, so I figured I'll hold the Alt key down and I'll just go, let's say this is how far the first column went. So I can select that column, copy it to the clipboard, Control-C, and then go into a spreadsheet and paste it in. And so that would become a column. So I could separate the actual fields this way, whereas I couldn't do it any other way, in Word at the time. So by knowing that keyboard shortcut, I was able to do something that I would not have been able to do otherwise. So column select is Alt plus click and drag. Hold down the Alt key and then drag as many columns as you wish. Now, the other tip I'm going to give you today is this. Say you want to move, this is a text box I put in here so I'd have the tip handy for the video. Let's say I want to move that just a little bit. Well, if I use the left or right arrow, it goes quite large. If I use left and Control, it doesn't move at all. But if I hold down the Alt key and do the left arrow, it moves just a tiny bit at a time. That can be real helpful if you're trying to line up something. Like here I'm doing the up arrow and the down arrow. So by holding the Alt key, you can move an object a small amount of space. This works in many graphics programs also. So be sure to try that if you need to move in just a little increment and you haven't found any other way to do it. So Alt and the arrow key can move an object, and Alt plus click and drag will enable column select. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. This is Charles Heinecke.